Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory going to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you optimists out there pushing this truth for honesty and sincerity by way of the highways and the byways and the internet. Going back to the names, the Father name, okay, the Most High God name is Yahweh, which means He exists, and the Son name is Yahweh Shai, not Jesus Christ, not Jesus Christos, none of that. It's Yahweh Shai, which means He is deliverer, He is the Savior. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. It's your brother Nayap, and I'm back with another lesson. Now, last lesson we did the New Year's Eve celebrate, the Sylvesters, the Pope or whatever, which that went into just worshiping other men, basically, and their death dates and all kinds of wickedness. This one, this might be two articles at once, so I'm gonna do this respiratory one first, and then we're gonna move on to that Christianity one. So it says, respiratory viruses circulating in Northeast Ohio, wastewater testing shows. Okay. It says tests of the Buckeye State's wastewater show COVID-19 may have been spreading just as Northeast Ohioans gathered for the holidays. It says public health officials have found high or very high levels of COVID-19 viral activity in the sewage at 15 Northeast Ohio wastewater treatment facilities, indicating that the virus was going around in the weeks before winter holidays. Wastewater testing sites in Carroll, Lorraine, Medina, Portage, and Sandusky counties show very high levels of COVID-19 viral activity for the week ending December 14th. According to the U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention, which you know that them damn demons. Water treatment plants in Erie, Huron, Mahoning, Richland, Stark Summit, and Tuscarawas counties show high levels of virus over the same period. In Cuyahoga County, where I'm at, home to several wastewater facility treatments tested show very high levels of COVID-19 viral activity at two sites and very high at the third. Levels at third. It says state health department data shows 372 people were hospitalized with the viruses and 54 in the ICU that week. Testing sewage for infectious diseases can provide an early warning of what's circulating, even if people don't have symptoms, the CDC says. All right. And I was thinking about something. Um, yeah, let me get this preset right quick. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15, and I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 47. This is second Ezra 15 and 47. It says, a matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 46. It says, "And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon and art the glory of her person, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee." Verse 48 said, Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions, therefore saith God. All right, the Most High. So it says, Thou hast followed her, all right, that is hated in all her works and inventions. All right. Verse 49 to the point, it says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Now, if you go to pestilence, just let's do the Webster first. Pestilence, like parasites and shit. We'll see what they pop up. A contagious or infectious epidemic disease, more like a pandemic, aka that CV-19 disease that is virulent and devastating. Especially, I'm about to get this word on my computer right quick. Just bear with me. Virulent is marked by a rapid, severe, or destructive curse. Okay. Able to overcome bodily defensive mechanisms. Markedly pathogenic. All right. Extremely poisonous or venomous. That's what that means. And then it says full of malice. And the root word of malice is malignant. Malignant, right, means tending to produce death or deterioration. It's a lot. It says tending to produce death or deterioration. All right, especially tending to infiltrate and terminate fatally, and evil in nature, influence, or affected and injurious. All right, so yeah, that word virulent is is going into a rapid, severe, and destructive course, able to overcome bodily defensive mechanisms. So your immune system, So that's pretty much it on that one. Let me go ahead and go back to the article. Give me 2 seconds. And give me some sleep tonight too. Probably like in a couple hours though. Say testing sewage for infectious diseases can provide an early warning of what's circulating, even if people don't have symptoms, the CDC says. All right, so then they got the respiratory virus guidance, Snapchat. Basically, wash your hands and shit like that, but motherfuckers don't wash their hands. You see why so much E. coli. E. coli is feces, fecal matter, shit. poop, doo-doo. People are catching that from eating these foods. Why? Because motherfuckers don't know how to wash their hands. And plus, Esau pumping some shit out there any the fuck way. It says across the state, the prevalence of the virus, its wastewater, and increased from the low to the high level in the first 2 weeks of December, according to the CDC. COVID-19 viral activity in Ohio, on average, was higher than in the rest of the Midwest and the U.S. It says public health officials are urging people to protect themselves against viral infections, as wastewater testing also shows the flu and respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, were circulating in Northeast Ohio as well. Sewage testing showed very high levels of RSV activity in Ashtabula. Okay. And then it says in Ashtabula County also had a very high levels of flu. The wastewater testing data shows. Okay. So yeah, man, this is this is just one of the things, This is one of the things. So the water is bad. It's popping up everywhere. E. coli is in damn near every fast food restaurant. Stores are shutting down. The food that you do try to go consume and get, you gotta make sure you trying to make sure if this shit real or not. Like some people be getting fish. I know y'all seen that video. A woman had some fish and it was like a fucking paper towel. She squeezed the motherfucker. It was like a sponge. There's all kinds of wicked shit going on. So that's pretty much about it on that article. That's pretty much about it. Let's go on to this next article. Since we only at 13 minutes basically. It says the decline of Christianity in America's youth and the rise of Christmas as a secular holiday. Let's look up a secular holiday. What does the word secular mean? Let's look up the word secular. And even if I do know what the word mean, I still go to it just to go to it. It ain't like, oh man, why are you going to the word if you already know it? It's for edification reasons, and plus to go to it myself to make sure I know what it's talking about. Right now, my phone tweaking. Okay, here we go. Secular. Secular, or relating to the worldly or temporal, not not overtly or specifically religious. Okay, not bound by monastic vows or rules, not bound by vows or rules of relating to forming clergy, not belonging to a religious, not belonging to a religious order or congregation. Okay, so that's what secular mean. Okay. For sure. Okay. Going back to the article. It says Christian. Oh, I forgot. I gotta wait for it to load. It says Christianity in the U.S. has undergone a dramatic shift in the last 2 decades as the number of people who describe themselves as religiously unaffiliated continues to rise among the population, especially among younger generations. Why? Because these churches ain't teaching you shit. You go in there, you read John 3:16, which they gonna take that shit all the way out of context. They gonna take it all the way out of context. They gonna say that. They gonna say, well, matter of fact, they not even gonna try to even read John. Like they don't even like start at John 3:10, then read down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go in there, you do that. It's a whole bunch of wicked ass people in there. Whole bunch of flaming homosexuals, whole bunch of adulterers. It's a whole bunch of just wickedness. A fucking wicked ass building with wicked people. This shit is like a fucking jailhouse. That's what church is. That's what Christianity is. It's like a jailhouse, a fucking chains for your soul. It's like chains for your soul, man. That shit trying to bond your ass to the fucking uh plantation Christianity roots and shit. It says so yeah, of course younger people ain't fucking with this, man. They YOLOs. They like, man, I ain't with this, until they run across the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, which they hear, everybody know about us. They hear about it, they be, they look into it or whatever. Okay, boom, boom, boom. But other than that, being these Christians and shit like that, man, Christians don't believe in reincarnation. They don't be they be saying the Trinity, which is off. All that shit is off. All that shit is off. That shit was man-made, man. That's a man-made religion. All right. It says, according to Pew Research data in 2007, 78% of Americans describe themselves as Christian. As 2019, that number has fallen to 63, while the number of those who describe themselves religiously unaffiliated rose over the same period from 17% to 29%. Young Americans are also much less likely to take on their parents' religious beliefs than previous generations. About 1 in 16 children of Christian mothers do not share their faith, according to Pew Research. It says, despite this, popularity of Christianity has not declined over the same period, and younger generations celebrate some form of it around the holiday season at about the same rate their parents did. So they like, hey man, the only time we like, only time, yeah, look, they calling themselves Christians. They can't break down the scriptures, but you calling yourself a Christian, and then a Christian is one that follows Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You gotta keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. How the fuck can you even call yourself a Christian if you ain't even doing that? First and foremost, and with faith, truth, and sincerity. They just like, oh well, it's Christmas. Oh well, it's New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. Let's celebrate Saint Sylvester. That I just did last lesson. No, that's not what this is about, man. You just don't call yourself something and then go do a ton of wickedness. It's just like, man, I got precepts rolling, but every time I think of one specific one, it lead me to another one. But it says despite this, popularity of Christianity has not, right. Let me go to this scripture right quick. Salak. Let me go to this. Let me tell you why these young folks ain't inside that. Because they see the same type of hypocrisy as your fucking parents do. The same hypocrisy. That's why. They be like, damn, the only time they be calling themselves Christians or something like that is when they throw on a fucking Santa hat. Imagine. Fucking imagine. That's why this place gotta be fucking destroyed. It's ruled in too much wickedness. Are we really doing this? Hold on, y'all. It's acting pretty funny. All right. This is... I'm going to start at verse 24. This is John 10 and 24. It says, Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, How long dost thou make us to doubt? If thou be the Christ, tell us plainly. See, they was scoffing. It says, Yahweh Shah answered them, I told you, ye believe not the works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. And it goes on, then he says, But ye believe not, because ye are not my sheep, as I said unto you. Okay, verse 27, it says, My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Okay, what's the voice? This word, these scriptures. Okay, this book. All right, this broken down by the prophets, starting from the elders, the great millstone on down. So if you can understand that, if you can get the breakdown and stuff of that, the breakdown of scriptures and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And the Most High put that spirit up on you to go ahead and, he's supping with you. He having you getting that understanding. You know, you may be part of the elect, brother or sisters. You know what I'm saying? Which we are looking, of course, brothers, the 144,000 are brothers. You know what I'm saying? But just in general, the 1/3 in general, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's gonna come a point in time, man, you're gonna have to choose a motherfucking side. And these Christians, these youngins, these YNs, they not with this church, man. They with gang banging, Fortnite, and just doing all kinds of other wickedness, man. Just like, drinking hella and just partying hella. Come on. I don't think they're gonna. It's a lot. Give me 2 seconds. Con. I knew it was in, I had a feeling it was in the Apocrypha. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 5. Oop, chapter 5. Uh, I'm gonna start at 4. This is Psalms Salak. This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 4. It says, "Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? You know, for the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go." All right. So you gonna think that you keep on adding up them sin and sin, be like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing about it, man. You going off concerning uh pro propitiation. All right, which I want to look up that word. We can look it up on here. It's cool. Come on. Phone be taking forever. I think it's because I ain't started. Um, let's get it in this. Propitiation. Atonement. Okay. It says atonement. Now, so like, hold on. That's why I look it up in here as well. See what it say on the Merriam as well. The act of gaining or regaining the favor or goodwill of someone or something. Okay, the act of gaining the favor of someone. Okay, again, the act of gaining the favor or goodwill of someone. Okay, so let me go back to that scripture. Okay, again, Sirach 5 and 5, it says, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. It says, and not his mercy is great, and say not his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resetteth upon sinners. Okay? Resetteth upon sinners. All right, verse 7, it says, this is the point. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. All right, tarrying. Let's get the word for tarrying, just to get it. Let's see what they tarrying, delay, waiting. Do not delay. All right, don't delay. Don't delay. Come on, we can get another one on. Don't put off the Lord, man. Tarrying. See what tarrying mean on here is to delay or to be tardy. All right, linger in expectation, like, oh well, I know I'm an Israelite, but you know what? I'm gonna just I'm gonna keep on eating this pork, and I ain't gonna never think about stopping or whatever until I feel like it, or until you know, until a set date. Like you might be like let's say like you just found out you were Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite, and that's a long process of doing, things to do. Some things is easier to take away than others. But you at least, that's when that trying and faith and prayer and fasting come in. You see what I'm saying? But it says to linger. You don't want to just keep on lingering like, oh, I'll put it off. I'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? Being lazy, like putting all day, like, man, I'll get to it. I ain't worried about it right now. I don't have to study. I don't have to study today. I know I'm an Israelite. Why do I need to study right now? Or, you know what I'm saying? I could study whenever I want. Why do I, it's just, you just putting just everything that you're doing, you just adding your sins up. Because here it is, you're not even trying. You can understand if a brother is trying. You be like, all right, well, a just man fall 7 times and still get back up. So even though we in this flesh, we do go off because we in this flesh, but you try to keep the law, statute, commandments as the best of your ability, okay? And keep the righteous acts. That's all it is. But yeah, don't linger. All right, stay, sojourn, wait. All right. So let's go back. Let me go back to that script. Again, this Sirach 5 and 7 says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. See? So you supposed to be getting yourself right now. You supposed to be like getting yourself right, for the Lord, man, because things it's getting worse and worse every second, every day. Everything is just getting worse and worse, and these days is moving by like fucking, like literally like minutes. You understand? It was like just fucking not like I don't even know what time I even woke up. I think I woke up around like 6. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning right now. Another 12 hours from that, I'll be going to camp. You see? These days is going by fast. So it say don't put off the Lord day to day. Try, study. All right, study and do what you need to do. Give diligence, man. It says, verse 8, it says, set not thine heart upon good unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Okay? So let's go back to the article. We're going to go back to this article. And this article is a good example that hey man, Christianity has failed, man. It's been over with. It's over with, man. It's over with for that. And you wait for it to load. It's over with for Christianity. The young people leaving. The old people don't do it anyway. They might do a communion or something, but that's it, man. And these motherfuckers off doing that. All right. So let's scroll back down to here where it says despite the popularity the popularity of Christians has not declined over that same period, and younger generations celebrate some form of it around the holiday season. Okay, and that's why we got that Jeremiah 10 and 2. All right. Oh no, I actually didn't get it. I'm gonna get it. Season at about the same rate their parents did. Okay, so let me get that scripture before I continue. I think I got it in the last video. I don't think I actually got it in this video. And now what you have is a lot of Christians are starting to go on TikTok. Young Christians are starting to go on TikTok, but you got Israelites on TikTok too. So if you get an Israelite on TikTok and if a Christian run into one, it's the same thing, just like how they almost run into one on the streets, except for uh a lot of these Israelite uh TikTokers like to debate. I'm not with the debating. I'm here to go ahead and post what I need to post, say what I need to say, and that's the fuck it. And keep it on pushing. You know. If somebody say something off about the gospel, I gotta go ahead and get on their ass. But other than that, that's it. This don't do this shit. I don't do this for fame. You know. Don't do that. But it'd be a lot of them on there, and they be debating this shit, man. It wasn't no debating with the prophets of old, man. And the prophets is back today. We are our forefathers. You see, if you can't receive it. Now, I was gonna go to this Jeremiah 10. That's what I was gonna go to. My bad. Jeremiah 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O Israel." It says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Of course, when it comes to these pagan holidays like Christmas, and then they think so-called Jesus was born on Christmas. That's not right. None of that is right. All that is false. False ideologies made up by man. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold, and fasten it with nails and hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord Yahweh, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Okay. Verse 7, it says, Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doth it appertain, for as much as among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. Okay. Verse 8, it says, But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. So let's get this word brutish right in here. H1, H11.
Strong's H1197. Ba'er. Ba'er.
Okay. What does brutish mean? To kindle, consume by fire. Okay. To burn, to consume. Okay. Now let's go to vanities, which is H1892.
Strong's H1892. Hevel. Hevel.
Emptiness or vanity, figuratively something transitory and unsatisfactory, often used as an adverb, altogether vain and vanity. Okay. Breath, vapor, vain, nothing. Okay. It's just vanity. Now, when you go to vanity, it says that which is vain, futile, or worthless. Worthless. Okay, that's a good one. Worthless. Okay. So it's worthless. Absolutely worthless. So we can go back to the article now. Look at that. Big belly hanging and shit. Fucking terrible. Christmas in the United States has become as much as a cultural holiday as it is a religious holiday, and it's not. Yeah. A man day. There's nothing holy about this day. Millennials and Gen Z have popularized things like Friendsgiving and non-families holiday celebrations like gifts. Ooh, what was that one scripture? Salah, hold on. Uh, 2 seconds, y'all. 2 seconds. Uh, Trying to see. It's cool. I think it's. Is it this? Khan, I found it. I found it. Again, because in here in this article it said Friendsgiving and non-family holiday celebrations. What's with them holiday celebrations and things like that? What's underneath that tree? Underneath that dead ass fucking tree? We about to find out. It's gifts, all right? So let me go to this. And I knew this was in the Apocrypha. All praises to y'all about Shemi Shah. Let me see. This is Sirach chapter 20. I'm going to start at 28. It says, he that tilleth his land shall increase his heap, and he that pleaseth great men shall get pardon for iniquity. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise, and stop us his mouth that he cannot reprove. Wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom. Damn. Verse 31 again, it says, better is he that hideth his folly than hideth his wisdom. All right, so you know all this. But the point being in 29, you see what I'm saying? But where it says, better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So like things of this world that you think is cool, funny, or the things that you involved in. You see what I'm saying? It says, "Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom." This truth, all right? This truth, man. It says, "Necessary patience is seeking the Lord. It's better than he that leadeth his life without a guide." And that's exactly what these Christians are. They lead themselves without a guide. They don't have a guide. They don't have the right teachers to teach to teach them anything. Rather, if you 99 years old in age, or if you of age of comprehension skills, you see what I'm saying? This truth has to be taught to you. You see what I'm saying? If you can't get it, you can't get it. You ain't part. You ain't. It wasn't meant for you. Rather, if being an Israelite, it ain't meant for you. If you can't get it, you can't get it. The Lord got your eyes blinded, man. That's just what the fuck it is. It is what it is, man. You know? Only thing I can say is pray. Pray. You know? But verse 29, though, it says, "Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop us his mouth that he cannot reprove." All right, so them presents and stuff, man, that shit just taking you away from just that's just having you do some wickedness just because of a fucking gift. Now you celebrating a whole pagan day just because you wanted a fucking gift that you could get that shit any other day of the fucking year, but you want to do it on Esau's day. I'm telling you, man, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to get up out of them Christian churches and everything, man. We going back to the article though. All right, it says Christmas in the U.S. has become as much a cultural holiday as it is a religious holiday. Millennials, boom, 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 say young people also still have favorable view of Christmas as an idea, despite not being affiliated with the religion that birthed the holiday. It says, according to date from YouGov and Escoffier, 75% of millennials have a positive view of Christmas. And I believe I'm a millennial. Let me see, let me just see. Yep, I'm a millennial because I was born in 1996. But I'm not with this bullshit. It says, and Gen Z, which come after 1996, that's beginning in 1997, I believe. Let me look it up. Yeah, it starts 1997 and up. It's a the late 90s. Yep. All right. So then it says are most likely to create new holiday traditions rather than continuing ones from previous generations, but a vast majority of them still encourage in tradition non-religious celebrations of Christmas, such as putting up a tree, giving gifts, and hanging Christmas lights, which we just went into. And so it says this compared to baby boomers, who 52% of view the holiday as religious and 90% celebrating the holiday in some form. Only 42% of millennials told Pew in 2017 they had attended church on Christmas. And that number is all the way down now. Last paragraph, it says, this shows that it's the church that younger generations are ditching and not the holiday itself. This could be due to younger generations viewing the holiday and religions as two separate entities. Well, it's really not part of anything. It's just pagan. And with much of cultural aspects and traditions surrounding Christmas in America having little to do with the birth of Jesus, it's not hard to see why they almost exist as two separate things. So yeah, there you go, man. So the YNs, they ain't dealing with it. They ain't dealing with it. They off on their phone like this and they chilling. They don't want to hear the word. I ain't gonna say they don't want to hear the word, but they definitely don't want to be in no Christian church. With that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory going to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Karkadash. I'm gonna go ahead and read off these 12 tribes. Judah. Okay, so Negroes. All right, Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called Jamaicans. Levi, the so-called Haitians. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Zebulon from Guatemala to Panama. Gad, the so-called Native American Indians. Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. And Naphtali from Argentina and Chile. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom.